Hello guys and welcome, this is XBLADEMOJO, I'm a full-time coach and MALZAHAR passionate player. Today we're analyzing the LS. Many of you know him, he's also pretty much into MALZAHAR and he was playing for a long while Sapphire Crystal and Refillable Potion. He's also inventing a lot of stuff like Miliomid, I would say, with Grasp and so on. But what makes me curious how this guy would play the MALZAHAR on the Korea Master 100 LP plus level. Matchup is versus Ahri. Runes are in the left down corner, Gathering Storm, so he actually decides to go for the scaling. Attack speed, 1 adaptive force, flat health. So he's kinda mixing the stuff. Approach velocity for more additional movement speed, understandable, just to move faster, to reach, and so on. So we will see how that would go with the approach velocity, especially on the Riley. I didn't do the POV from his stream because there was map covered, but I will show you a bit during the game his POV so you can see how he was actually moving. He was having crazy APM, but I don't think so, it was not necessary. So he starts with contesting the wave as hard as possible to get some priority in, which is the first thing that anywhere you should do to get the most pressure to just not be pushed under the turret level 1, because if you're pushed under the turret early, that's of course gonna be negative CS, but Ahri actually matched that. So he will lose a bit of the CS there. For now, pretty standard laning. Ahri is just trying to contest him whenever she can. With the abilities, he's spacing pretty good because he's spacing accordingly to the left side when Ahri is from the right side. So he's pretty much reactive with the spacing so far, which is okay. So he even went Q level 2 to be able to get some of these minions in case she would be zoning him, right? So that's how I see the situation. As I'm saying, left, right, so the Ahri can't get angle on him. For now, really chill laning. I just don't know why that flat health would matter here. I know it's Korea. I know they like to fight a lot, but I'm not really sure. Ahri is right now warding somewhere here, so I wonder if LS will ping that she's warding this with the vision is here ping. She might be rather going bot or invading, so I'm just curious if there is gonna be information from him. He didn't care. She's still out. I don't know why is she doing that, to BH. Because Malza just gets prio for free on her, so no reason, in my opinion, for Ahri to do such stuff. 20 CS by LS so far, 21. He still don't have the Lost Chapter, so we're gonna be staying ward. He did pretty quick one. However, by looking with the time that he did, he could do even more deep. He could do a little bit deeper, TBH, because he had time between the waves, so there was no reason to do the ward in the brush. Could be even deeper, because the pressure wasn't implemented. I didn't see if he was posturing well enough on the right side, on the river, on this side, because Ahri went first, so I'm curious. So we need to focus a lot on how he's posturing. Is he reactive or not in the certain moments? There is some river fight, but that's not possible with a MALZAHAR. MALZAHAR doesn't have that much DPS early game, especially Gathering Storm scaling, and so Mana Crystal, that doesn't really convert into more. So he's purely playing for that Lost Chapter, and that's usually gonna be the case when you play Mana Crystal, when you don't play with the Scorch, and generally when you play MALZAHAR, right? You won't have much of an impact early game, so it's good nothing got forced. Ahri is low mana and he realized that, and he knows he is gonna get faster mana refund than she does. She won't have mana refund, so he prefers to stay, because 1 EW and he will get the bounces. Because E, when you kill it, right, it gives you the mana. So that's his plan. He prolonged, okay. He prolonged the poison on the cannon to make sure that it bounces. So he just gets better base, and we will see if they will decide on tipping or not. That's gonna be Lost Chapter. Control ward or no? No control ward. I mean, I'm also the fan of not buying that often control wards, because that's just -75. It's not LCS, bro, that people will just spam control wards 24/7, right? So it's okay. First prio by him, TP. So they didn't like the handshake. I don't know what's the wave buff right now, but he just decided to TP shove and make a deep vision here, so we can see Master from the bottom side. And Master was puffing top to bot, basically. Hovering in the bush, 44 CS to 38. To be honest, it somehow worked, but I was skeptic about it, but Rumble clutched that. Okay. The good thing I see already about the Korea is that these people actually wanna play with Malzahar, while sometimes Malzahar gets permanently ignored on the mid, so try to communicate that that was okay. As long as he pressed Voidlings also with the flash, then it was good. We can see, yeah, because whenever you flash, if you have time, then preferably you'd always wanna pop the W, because W has 0 cast time. Fast crash into 800 gold reset. What is gonna be? Is it gonna be Ampton plus Dark Seal, or what you gonna do, LS? Are you gonna wait for the Ashes? That's a Dark Seal plus Ampton by LS right now. He's getting crashed in, so he will lose slightly, a little bit, like 2 minions, 3 minions. We'll see. 1 minion XP. That's fine. Even if he loses gold from this one. Yeah, that even if he would max range Q, that wouldn't be possible. Ari timer over the LS right now. He's pinging that they are missing, which is fine. Deep wards on the Raptors to have a bit of the clue about where the mastery could be possibly right now clearing toward. Okay, just a simple crash into map prio. That's how we usually play Malzahar, so he's not gonna be standing AFK with nothing on the lane, because the waves are right now there, right? So if waves are here, then he has time to just check, to scout around. It doesn't have to be overforced, but he's just clearly aware he has that possibility, right? So far, not bad. Pretty regular standard Malzahar gameplay. Not much going on, so we're gonna be analyzing some combos later on from this game. Also, 3 Voidlings, so EQW, or unless he had them charged already, so just make sure that you get the 3 Voidlings. Just pay attention how you track your Voidlings number, right? Because your E gives you 1, your Q gives you 1, you can get up to the 3 Voidlings, and you need to be clearly aware with the mouse above here how many of them you have. Void grabs up, he's posturing again, between the waves posturing. Yorick Prio, no pressure by Ari on the mid, so he's taking that time to actually sneak that. No flash, no shoes. Prio from the top laner. Ari might be sandwiching, plus he might be losing the wave here. And that's usually where I get kinda like, okay, I'm gonna lose wave, but they just pass actually. They just pass. No clue why Ari went bot side. To me, to be honest, no clue. Because she should be synergizing with a jungler, right? So why is she not synergizing? But that's an overstay, I guess. But let's see. Okay, so they did stay really long, right? Let's play it back, okay? So the beginning was okay because Ari was out of the sync. She was here, right? So even though Rumble was, to me, looking like he was second to the play than Yorick, this makes sense because they have to wait for the Ari. LS is gonna lose 1 wave, fine. They get 2 void grabs, but I would call it a day now because Ari is already coming, bro. So they really were focused on this, but this should be just passed with the third one. No need to posture. I would just ping back. He doesn't ping, by the way, but I would ping because there is sandwich, right? He's putting himself in a sandwich position right now here. It's just the time visualization because she's ready now. And Master take a flank. Now they are stronger, of course. Because Rumble wave was on a disadvantage. Malzahar wave was on a disadvantage at that point. And like, if Malzahar is gonna become one of the first target, he will just get tapped. The only thing I see now that he could do possibly is to R now, to lock the play on her, so they can have a possibly some short 2v2. That's the only thing I see if he still wants to recover, but in my opinion, this is just overstay by them. He tried to get a bounce, I guess, on a Yorick, but yeah, that just looked bad. this play, and I don't know why they get so obsessed with this void grabs. I don't get that. That was so obsessed with the void grab, with the last one, guys. No mana on LS also because of what he did on that on the void grabs. Really focus on it, but I would say a little bit more ego for yourself, brother. A little bit more ego. I know it's Korea. I don't know how you guys play on Korea, right? But still, too much of a nice guy. Because even if we think about it, right? If you think about your ass in the game, then you're getting sandwiched by that Ahri. So just finish the play. Call them. 2 is okay. So he needs to stay. He needs to get a bounce from a E. He needs to get a bounce on the E to maintain the lane. He can maintain. MALZAHAR can maintain the lane. But he needs just to get the bounce. So he will get the bounce and tap the W instantly fast. Oh fuck, this is the bounce. That's probably Shiba moment. That's a Shiba moment. I can see his mimic. He would be like, something like this, I guess. I don't know, I'm guessing. Okay, this is interesting. So he decides to stay. No, he did crash, okay. He was just waiting for the proper bounce. Again, didn't bounce. This play, the result of this play of the void grabs is now LS has to recall late, so Ahri gets ROM timer over him. The void grab play was so far the worst in the game. He gets the item, cool. Ah no, but he has TP to match it, so he's probably scouting if that's bot or not. And this is what makes me like turbo extremely curious, you know, this play now. And we need to think about it. If it's me, right? If it's me. Okay, let's see the play. But if it's me, I see this and I'm like, okay, let's watch. And then I will get back because I will need to show you this. I need to show you this. This makes me extremely curious and I would wish that LS would watch this video and tell me his thought process because basically both side is having a fight. Dragon is up. Dragon is fight. Dragon is up. Bot is having a fight. And there was a lot of indicators. They do zone the top side, but what makes me curious is how much does that convert to them winning by helping this Yorick to play this through. Because to me, right? If I was coaching him, let's say, coaching just this player on a master tier, then I'm like, okay, I recall, right? That I already know Ahri is first, okay? And I see indicators. Indicators to me are the icons are really eager to fight. Lee Sin is looking for a play. That's the indicators here. I know Dragon is up. Okay, he maybe wanted to kill the ghoul. I don't know. I don't see the angle. Yorick is reactive. But the main thing is, this is where is the main play. This is where it's gonna be a fight. This is where is Dragon. These are the indicators. My team is fighting. My Dragon is up. And also my mid wave. It's canon. I know I have time. But still, to me, in my mind, I'm walking straight to receive the mid wave. If something happens, I'm just in case constantly scouting the bot area in case I need to clutch TP. And I know if after Ahri crashes, she's gonna be first to the bot play, so I can match it with my TP. That's how I see this play, brother. So, I don't know if it's... I don't know. I think this is just a bad play. I don't care who he is. I consider this a bad play. I consider this is what is supposed to be do, which is cover both sides. Doesn't matter what happens on the top lane. So that's my opinion. And also, guys, remember, just because someone is a LCS coach and really respectable, clever person in the game, who invented a lot of stuff, right? Doesn't mean they won't make mistakes. He's a coach. He can teach. He can tell a lot. But still, he's still a human when playing. Teaching skills, knowledge, and implementing that to the game are two different things. Playing and implementing is another area of environment. Don't get that wrong. So he lost 2 waves, they got in some plates. I know the Fist of Strength is not acquired by anyone now. He also managed, he will stay top now, so I don't know. I didn't like this play at all. I would never do this, so let's keep watching. He's waiting, kinda like a cheesing. Maybe some trap for a Lee Sin. Seems like it. Just abusing those brushes. Yorick not too stupid. Yorick not too stupid, genuinely. Dragon is still up. I don't have LS on ATP. They put it Rumble mid, which is acceptable, I would say, but because Malza can handle better the Yorick, that's the only bonus I believe here about this play. But still he got in 1E and turbo chunked. But Ahri was giga passive on the lane. In my opinion, the Ahri from this laning phase was giga passive against him. She was really chill player on Ahri. So okay, quick tempo reset for Sorcerer Shoes. And he will be puffing top again. He have to. No, like he has to. He have to. I don't know. Teach me grammar, please. So because otherwise he will get too much here. Also, I remember I was watching and I was like, I know you have double AP in this team, right? I know you have double AP, but there is almost no one that can buy Magic Resist away from Yorick and Mastery, and I don't feel like even they will care much. So Malignance into some Magic Pen item here seemed so much better for one-shotting and picks than playing the utility Malzahar, especially when they have Sona heals. And Malzahar is getting worse when they have a lot of healings and when they have a lot of high DPS, right? So you can't really benefit. I mean, the faster the fights, the worse the Malzahar burning is. The more heals, the more stuff that counters Malzahar damage per second duration, the worse it gets. That's when Malignance would make sense also, right? So when he said that, after the game, that was his conclusion. He said that because I saw. But it's not so easy to decide sometimes in the game. He said he regrets to play the utility build for these players. But I'm still not I mean, okay, he stopped. They swapped. Maybe that's not bad, but I don't really like the way they swapped. I don't really like how that plays, okay? That to me was bad. With this TP. 125 CS, just a brawler in TBH, nothing else. He just needs to space left, right, the E from a Yorick. So far just posturing, and you would see his APM. That I wanna show you this because I didn't see something like that for a while. He's like doing F keys all the time and like boom, 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 scoreboard. I don't think this is needed. Like, there are some people playing on a laptop for like fucking 500 euro and getting challenge stuff, and they just click on the map once sometimes with the mouse, and you know, don't get too upset. This is okay. They just basically couldn't find any other play on the map, so they decided to go for the Yorick. He spawned the Voidlings, so that was good. But now LS needs to a bit be watching the bot side just in case they get dove. So we expect him to be having his eyes right now here. Probably he has. So just in case, that's where his eyes would be pointed at. But seems like bot needs to give the bot turret or something. Really bad, terrible silence by Soraka. Terrible. Terrible silence by Soraka. If you wonder if she would be TPing, no, he doesn't. He shouldn't TP. That's the thing, right? Because sometimes this is gonna be looking like that's a good TP. Okay, the correct thing is you watch and you decide. But we don't say that you should be TPing. Unless there is good momentum to do that, to do so. The deeper, the better TP. Depends also how strong he is and so on. Now he TPs, but let's go a bit deeper, okay, into it, actually. So if you wanna cover this, okay, you want turret, right? So already you're not gonna be on the peak items of 1.5k gold to cover. Fine, turret is fine, but you are just lower anyway. So the fight starts. If he really would prioritize caring about that, he would need to reset, but I think that's a Fist of Strength, right? So we cannot do this. Okay, so there is this fight now. Genuinely, this doesn't look bad, but he went with the decision to play for this, which I kinda understand, okay? So this was looking acceptable. But now, you need to decide, do you get one more or do you reset into /cover for the indicators? In my vocabulary in League of Legends, indicators are the signals to when you get ready for something, when you check something. So here, I was like, okay, but theoretically, you always should choose what's correct for you. and your team should know what's correct for them, which mostly they won't, right? They should just click back. They shouldn't be walking up here. So is that a less mistake? No. They just refuse to give the turret. So that's not his mistake. There is no TP angle yet. There is no TP angle yet. There is no TP angle. It's correct by LS to do that because your team was supposed to give this turret tier 1. This timing is acceptable. Riley. Okay. This was correct. You get what I mean? It's like how you sharpen your senses with the TP aggro. Sorry for my nose. I had birthday yesterday. I was a bit drinking and stuff. So I'm like, my voice also from being loud. But yeah, we are getting cool conclusions, right? He will go last. He's staying bot lane. I'm not sure what timer of the objective is gonna be spawning next. We soon have Riley, so we already have it. So we recall for it. I don't see even that much value from that Riley because there is not much that can run you down. It's you rather reach, right? You rather reach and do DPS, or you apply Riley, but like they have the ranges, the stuff. Master has slow reduction. Master can't get slowed by the ult. And I would say mainly I'm worried about the Master E this game. I would say even if he went Zhonya now second, or Liandry's, that's just better than Riley. Because Riley is... Let me see this. Bot can survive. LS could potentially sneak one. Now they fight, they don't know where is Ari. Is it LS mistake? No. They outping yellow. He doesn't ping now. I'm like the type of the person that will be spamming yellow, 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 yellow. That's me now, right? I don't know. He's like crazy APM, but he doesn't ping much when I would personally just ping. So they fight without him. He's elevating, and that's where my eyes would be when I'm hitting the turret. So I'm doing it for you guys now. It went good. Yeah, it went good, but I would be a bit worried about the team. Maybe he knew his team is gonna win. Because they are actually stronger. Could we cheese? This was really cool fake path. That's really cool fake path. Fake path. Hack the wall, fog of war. Exposed himself. That's bad. I would stay here, bro, but I don't know. But that's not even possible. Master will go from below. Because territory concept-wise, right? That's how I call it, territory concept in my vocabulary. He won't go below because there is this is how much prio there is, right? So there is no chance Master will go below this line. Remember, guys, I'm also about to host group coaching classes starting from the 30, I don't know how to say it, from the 1st on my Reef School Discord, and I'm saying it at the 23 minute right now, but Reef School is gonna be to just make you the best. Only for like 17 euro, which is $20. It's giga cheap for a month with additional materials, additional access. Please consider it. You're gonna really benefit. If you can benefit from this, how much can you benefit from a group lessons where you can ask me directly? It's pretty simple, right? When I explain. Anyway. Maintain the prio. Team has a free dragon. Okay. How much gold? 1k. What can you buy for it? No Arm Seeker, no Amptom, no hunting guys. I think there is potential in Zhonya this game. So you can survive Mastery genuinely. It's rather you play one shot and then you go Zhonya third this game. You play 2 pen items, Malignance pen item Zhonya. Or you do now Zhonya. But yeah, you just cannot get value out of this game. He stays, but I'm like, bro, I'm like thinking. But Yorick is not stupid. Crossmap doesn't make sense, crossmap. One more wave is acceptable because no component, not much conversion from the base. We are healthy, so I would say this is okay. This is okay. Okay. You know how hunting guys, right? You lost the bounce, so you stay. Poison, he missed. Poison finished the thing. They ping him. Ari is heavy pressing Aram actually on a mid lane. Where will you puff? Mid lane for now. Mid lane puffing is completely understandable now because the wave is so far anyway, so you usually do look map. I mean, look this. You straight puff mid, then you can bounce to the bot lane anywhere, so that's just cover puffing. I think after this play mastery will just spike QSS, bro. That's where he will get tilted after the Ginzo. Someone needs to receive both sides, so I expect LS to be that person. Or he just won't care. The puffing is kinda weird. Ah, you wanna flank. Okay, so we flank. Okay, pretty much free. Yorick so far. Bro, I think he was right-clicking on Yorick, so his puffing got glitched a bit. That's how it looked like. Atakan is up, so we can expect the mastery to be bot side or something soon. So the longer this play takes, the more riskier it becomes. Good. So we have an Atakan spawning now. What they gonna do with it? LS gold, 1k. Can they start? Not really. You reset. You reset, okay. You're gonna go ashes and then TP back. Quick tempo reset to refresh the gold. Fated ashes. Magi. Magi. Makes sense. If you are consistent, if you're giga consistent right now, you know you won't be dying any soon. And you go for that Atakan now, which is a team play. You have a chance to get that Magi value here. That's pretty clever, actually. We could learn from him. Mid puffing because he's the first one to receive the wave. So you fix the wave state. Then you bounce back to the team. Some people would go blue buff. And I'm not a fan of doing that also. Because there is objective up. So you need to make sure that you can play for it. They started. Probably no chance enemy will contest it. But depends how far LS would be positioning. Because he's kind of posturing for a zone. But what I know, this is the one area of the target. This is one area of the target. Which is basically he's becoming the first target. So I'm curious what will come out of it if he stays. Because where is the master? Where are the others? To me, the posture from below doesn't seem that bad. He can't get to the fight because he cannot be the first. He cannot be the first one to join the fight. So he's waiting. He didn't get range. Or he greeted the E. Yeah, he can't be. They don't have much front lane in this game, right? So they get picked, but the way they are standing, they can't play this through. LS cannot get because he will become easily first target if he joins, so he knew that at least. Puffing was kinda weird here. Wall. Why he doesn't ult here is because he does Q into R. This is... I saw him do it 2 times in this game, actually. He will press E and then someone will flash. And now he presses Q and he loses the spacing. Every time you press Q or E, you lose time to cast quick R. Unless he didn't wanna cast R. That's the difference. And also, when I see this fight, right? Personally, I would say we should play it here. This area. This area looks so much more comfy for a Malza. Especially if they wouldn't play here. If they even play here, everyone can... I would play here. I would play this area. If they are ready from above. So much easier to also switch to someone who is flanking. Was looking more comfy, I would say. To play downside of this. But let's move on. We have still fucking 20 minutes of this game. Yeah, we call it a day, but couldn't really get out. Unless in the end of this play. That's where I would say. Clever, good. EW, or just... He didn't use E, that's good. In case if you know the Yorick could have possibly the flash, you just don't press that E, you just press R. Void links always, just so he doesn't flash, just to make sure. Okay, LS, you have 700 gold, bro. Soon Leandris, right? One more wave into reset, preparing to dragon. Objective is spawning, kill every Andris, so we just need to reset. Get ready for the next objective and we'll see how that's gonna be. Speed up. That's not enough for Aliandris because we got Magi, I forgot. So he does upgrade the shoes here to get more damage. That's okay. That's actually okay. TP for a dragon to help them make a vision. To make some pressure to... It's like, I call it, you're like a shepherd sometimes. You guide the team, you help them make a vision, and now you guys can play way better for the objective. Okay, let's see how that's gonna be played through. The fights are insanely meaningful for a MALZAHAR. They have no mid prio, which makes this already more comfy to play for. Good ground so far. I don't know what Ari does, but I wanna also see how is the Malza posturing. I'm sorry for stopping you the play. I would say LS stay more closer to your carries if they because enemies would need to go in, right? So ulted Kai'Sa, but Mastery was actually melting. Kai'Sa 3 items, but Mastery melted, so all they die. That's a quickie. Let's see. Okay, personally, right? I would say above, no need. You just, if they put, Soraka would put ward, that's good. Lee Sin here, I don't care that Lee Sin is here. He's just giving me the vision. I see Ari jumping. I wanna posture here in case someone important jumps. There is a delay. There is really delay. Stay. Kai'Sa jumps. Could start with the silence into E, but if the Master jumps, I would say Master better because Jinx got melted by him. But it's really hard to decide in a quick fights, so don't be judgmental here. It's just quick, fast team fight, which every second, 2 seconds might rather change this or not, but they just get melted. But it's not over yet. It's not his final form. We speed up. Lost Magi also. He said, you regret for this team. I see some misplays by him also, but that's normal. He's just a human being, right? Like everyone. Here. Okay, he wants to help make a vision. There is no wave yet. So it does make sense. Wave is right now here. Soon we will shove the one more mid. Or someone will do it. They just need to survive mid. He outpushes one top. He cannot go deeper because the territory line is too low now. Now the territory line is like this, so you can't go you cannot extend to this point. That's just too much. Not possible. So he does that good. Sorry, I need to scratch my nose. Good. Voiling CR, good. Okay, fine. It's 50-50, anyways. It's 50-50. Unless Lee Sin smites, but actually Lee Sin Q smite is bigger than a master, right? So if he times it well, it should be fine. Spacing good. Even tries to Q on Master Kai'Sa, which makes him a bit closer to the Yorick, but away from it was okay. Space back. This was really close, actually, for the E. But he managed. Reposition good. And Lee Sin miss-smited. Not bad. I was just looking the distance between the spacing, right? So, just this... Yorick didn't W on him the moment he went for a poison. Away from it was all good. Lee Sin didn't Q smite. Was 50 health. Was 50 health, so... Shiba. Lost spacing, tunnel vision. That 100% that. Tunnel vision. That's all. Impulse moment, emotion. That's just emotion. Because we see Ari coming, right? We see people coming. He tries to help. But now that should be click back. Kai'Sa is repositioning. He should click back. He didn't recover the click fast enough. So he just dies. There is no follow. They are stronger. So that's a misplay by LS. We speed up a bit until LS is gonna be up. And then maybe should sit straight so I don't look like Bonobo. Bot side wave, okay. Tempo reset, I think Leandris, right? You have it finally. Yes. In zero stacks match. Dragon spawning, that's a third point. TP bot to prepare, those that even give you something. I mean, he's faster to cover, but who will handle the Yorick now? But considering the territory, yeah, of opponents, I also... That could be a bit risky. Sorry. I am on the new config on a OBS, so I don't have mute button on the mic, so that's why I sneeze. Okay, so this was a bit risky. He can try to make something here, but someone would need to handle Yorick soon. So I wonder what you will do now. That's a bad TP. He's zoned, I guess. Malza can't play solo. Malza can't play solo. That's first of all. From below. But we'll see. Okay, team reaches. But if Yorick wants, he just gets free push on them. And they are not the one to act first. They are not the one to act first on this play. I mean, they have to act now, right? They have to act now because LS TP's bot to make useless pressure, in my opinion. He should just rather walk up like this. Then if he sees Yorick, he bounces this. Then he has TP for this after receiving the wave or walking up. By tipping here bot, he makes the pressure on his team because there is no one to handle the Yorick. So they need to act quick on the dragon. That's how I see this play. So they are under the pressure. Everyone is fighting in the other spot. LS is also pretty straightforward. And this is the moment I meant, right? When you have a quick pick and you decide to do E before R, even though you still have damage because your whole team is next to you. So you should just press R to lock it. So you didn't manage to lock it, so you had to burn the flash. So that's what I wanted to show. I saw it sometimes, right? He knows that. He just misplayed. He knows what I'm saying. He's aware of that. Maybe, probably. They lost pretty much a lot. Fuck. I would love to hear in what kind of word this flat health was good this game, actually. Approach velocity is cool, but this flat health, I don't know. On what earth is it good? I know they fight a lot in Korea, okay? Don't get me wrong, but... To me, even his setup of Gathering Storm doesn't make sense to go flat health if you play full scaling anyway. Good Q. Good pick. They decide to go together. Apes together strong. I can't do it. I'm too tired. This thing a bit feasting. LS is looking for a bounce. Silence is under the team in this case. Master crazy ego here. I remember. Crazy ego by Master. My ego tells me I can play on Master Korea as MALZAHAR. No joke. But it's easy to say. Just call it a day. Reposition, reset. Then we're gonna play for an Ashore and let's see if they will win finally. Okay. He doesn't have much gold, so he decides to stay for a pick. Understandable. Actually, they do it faster, okay? Isn't it a bit too quick of a zone? Good, okay. Void stuff, you need to go void stuff. The item path is doomed anyway. so you have to go void stuff on this slot. I mean, he will go Crypto Bloom for more utility. He plays utility Malza this game. Yorick Bonobo. Jinx Bonobo also. Jinx dies to territory concept, kinda. Because bot elevated here, they could be crossing like this. This is the territory line. What happened here? I wanna see it, bro, because I remember something about it. They weren't hitting together the walls. But what is this cooldown? Oh my god, they almost lost game, bro, for this. Let's see the position and everything. Okay, pretty cheap, free. Recall. I'm speeding. It just they tryna play together and handle them. So it's a matter of one fight where there is gonna be rather win or lose, guys. So let's see. Good R by Rumble. Let's try to make some space. He was looking for Yorick. Now he decides to handle the Yorick, and that's gonna be insane value. Unless he will get tapped here. Which he almost did. But why he is getting tapped? He postures himself to the wall, so there is no dodge potential. Because he would need to be moving on the arrow up-down to be able to dodge the skill shot coming from this angle. Which he was casting the spells. And then Yorick just did E into the wall, so pretty rough. And if he dodges the E, that's big success already. I think they win. He resets TPs. No, they do not, sure, okay. By foot. Like, he becomes perfect bait here and they fuck up the game. So let me know, guys, how you think about the LS gameplay. How do you like the analyze? If you like the analyze, subscribe, comment, and join the Reef School to become the part of the new closed community. Thank you, guys. Good luck in your solo queue games. It was XBLADEMOJO, full-time coach.
I want to take a second to recommend working with XBLADEMOJO, who's been a terrific coach.
I've worked with a lot of coaches over the years. XBLADE is far and away one of the best.
Thanks for teaching me so much, Roy.